What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, we're going to be covering two brand new filings in the Ripple SEC case. Both of these filings we have been waiting on for a while now, and are going to have a huge impact on this case going forward. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what these two filings were, the most important parts about these filings, and whether or not they could influence a settlement in this case. Guys, in this video, we're going to be breaking down these two massive filings, so make sure you stick around for this whole thing. Guys, at the end of this video, I also want to show you the most influential thing for crypto prices in this market right now, and show you guys a chart that you guys cannot miss. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. Like always, guys, if you're new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. I'm pretty sure YouTube's trying to shadow ban me, so make sure you're subscribed and have bell notifications turned off so you guys don't miss out on any updates. Also, if you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is a great exchange and one of my favorite places to buy XRP. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the update. Real quick guys, MOO-MOO is an awesome place to buy and sell stocks. MOO-MOO is a regulated exchange with a great interface. Most importantly though, MOO-MOO is currently running an awesome promotion where if you sign up using the link in the description of this video, you could win up to 13 free stocks. Most importantly though, each one of these stocks could be worth up to $3,000. So guys, do not miss out on this and go sign up with MOO-MOO now. So guys, some of you might have noticed, but I'm actually repping the XRP pennant I've been talking about in the last couple videos. Now, I'm not going to do the full reveal today. I'm going to do that in the video tomorrow. But guys, I am extremely impressed with this thing. So if you guys want to make sure you get them before they sell out, before I reveal it in full tomorrow, make sure to go down into the description of this video and check that out. Guys, this thing is sick. I'm extremely impressed with it. I cannot wait to show you guys it tomorrow. So guys, the first massive filing that we need to go over in the Ripple SEC case was both Ripple and the SEC filed their motions for summary judgment. Now this is very exciting because this means we are moving forward with summary judgment. We could still settle at any point, but this at least gives us the certainty that we are locked into a time schedule for summary judgment as of now. This is very exciting because it shows some very important progress in this case. It shows that both parties have essentially gathered all the evidence that they are going to bring to the table and are ready for each other to see each other's final verdicts. Now, this is pretty interesting because this is happening right before a lot of people are speculating a settlement will happen in this case. Jungle Inc. has made some great points that he does believe this case will settle before the SEC's fiscal year ends, and that is on September 31st. And it's pretty interesting to me that right before September 31st, halfway through the month, both parties are going to be laying all their evidence out for each other to see. This is pretty exciting because although we cannot see the evidence yet, and we're going to talk about when we will be able to later in this video, both of these parties are now going to know exactly how strong each other's arguments are. This is going to be a huge step for both of these parties coming together and really hashing out a settlement. Up until yesterday, both of these parties really didn't know how strong each other's evidence really was. There could have been a lot of bluffing. They really didn't know what evidence each other had, but now it's all on the table for each other to see. Now, I have a feeling Ripple and the SEC know which arguments are going to win, which evidence is going to be most impactful, and can likely hash out a settlement based on this information. Now, whether or not this happens is a completely different story, but it's important to note that it didn't really make sense for a settlement to happen before this occurred, because why would Ripple or the SEC actually settle this case, such a massive, impactful case, before they even knew how strong each other's arguments really were? Well, starting yesterday, both of these parties are going to know exactly how strong each other's case is, and I believe this is going to be very influential for a settlement occurring. Now, I do want to point out that there was a little bit of a misunderstanding for when all the evidence would actually be released to the public. Yesterday, Jeremy Hogan put out a tweet that really made it seem like all the evidence was going to be available on Monday. So I put out this tweet: will Ripple versus SEC case end before Ripple's evidence is made public on Monday? And about 30% of people said yes, about 70% of people said no. But it's important to understand that the SEC is actually going to be able to redact a lot of the evidence, and most of the evidence we won't be able to see until much later on in the year. So I don't think there's going to be a big incentive for the SEC to actually settle this case out of fear that Ripple's evidence will be made public, because I think most of this evidence is still going to be hidden. The original thought behind why the SEC would want to settle before Ripple's evidence was made public would be because if Ripple's evidence was made public for other crypto projects to see, well, all of these crypto projects could use this evidence against the SEC in the future. But it looks like the SEC might have a little more time on their hands, so I don't think it's actually too realistic for this case to settle before Monday. I have a feeling a much more realistic scenario would be for this case to settle at the end of September. Now, it's very important to point out that if this case does not settle in September, I think it will go the distance, and that's when the summary judgment timeline is going to be very important. If we take a look at the summary judgment timeline by James K. Filan, we can see that we won't see all the evidence on the table for the public eye until December 22nd. Now, if this case goes to December 22nd, I have a feeling it will go the distance, and we will be looking for this case to end in the first half of 2023. I know that seems like a long ways away, but guys, at least there's an end in sight. This case will be over, and I am highly confident that Ripple and XRP are going to come out on top. I still think a settlement is more likely. I doubt the SEC is going to let this thing go to summary judgment, but either way, there's an end in sight, and September is going to be a very interesting month. So guys, now I want to keep moving and show you guys another very exciting development in the Ripple SEC case, and this is something I was not expecting at all. The Chamber of Digital Commerce actually finally filed their amicus brief to help Ripple in their case against the SEC. Jeremy Hogan said right here that he does believe this brief right here by the Chamber of Digital Commerce is going to be very helpful, and breaks down below exactly why. He said the chamber is very precisely saying the asset itself should not be a security, and the SEC trying to say that XRP is a security is an argument that has never been made before. He says the chamber discusses how there is no authority to suggest the secondary sales can be considered part of an investment contract, and even goes as far to say as the SEC's own guidance in the past would suggest that the assets themselves, the crypto tokens, are not securities. Now, this is a great sign because it really hits on the most important issue of this case for XRP holders. To be honest, we're really not worried what happens to Ripple. Now, obviously, I don't want to see Ripple put out of business, but I think that's a pretty impossible scenario. The only thing I really care about is for the XRP I own, the XRP you own, and the XRP Ripple owns to not be declared a security as of today. That's really the most important thing we are looking for, and anything Ripple did in the past can be hashed out with a couple of fines. It's really not a big deal. The thing we need, the thing you and I need, and the thing Ripple needs is XRP clarity going forward. Now, to be honest, it wouldn't even matter if XRP was called a security as long as there was clarity for it to function how it's supposed to function. The only real reason why it doesn't make any sense for it to be a security is because the SEC already said that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. It doesn't make any sense for XRP to have a different status than Bitcoin and Ethereum, and therefore the only logical explanation for this case going forward is that XRP is not a security just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I think the Chamber of Digital Commerce making this point is going to go a long way, because now we have Ripple making this point, we have John Deaton making this point on behalf of 72,000 XRP holders, and we have the Chamber of Digital Commerce reaffirming John Deaton's position. Now all we have to do is fight the SEC, who is clearly just looking to perform a power grab over this industry, and I think that's going to be obvious to the core. It's getting so obvious that the SEC is not looking out for the interests of XRP holders, and instead are looking out for the interest of their own agency. I think if we do make it to summary judgment, Judge Torres would see right through this and chew the SEC apart. I really do think the SEC is smarter than this. I think they settled this case beforehand, but either way, let's see. This is very good news. Now, guys, I want to finish this video off and show you the most dominating force in our market right now, and that is inflation. It seems like regardless of the news, regardless of the narrative, inflation seems to take over and dominate the headlines. This is the biggest reason we have seen all assets downtrending together. Everything is terrified of inflation, and you can tell it is completely taken over the sentiment of the market. Now, I wanted to show you that two of the smartest people in our market, Cathie Wood and Elon Musk, both think the Federal Reserve is going to have to pivot soon and start lowering interest rates. We need to understand that the more the Federal Reserve jacks up interest rates, the bigger chance we have of the US defaulting on their own debt. The United States has trillions of dollars in debt, and they are at risk of defaulting if they keep raising their own interest rates. Because of this, I do think we are going to see a Federal Reserve pivot soon. Both Elon Musk and Cathie Wood think so, but the most important thing to understand about all of this is when we are in time periods like this where narratives just dominate our markets, we need to zoom out and realize how uninfluential these narratives really are. I put out this tweet last night and it just shows the XRP price chart. And guys, I know it seems like we're seeing a lot of volatility right now with interest rates. We're seeing all this red in the market, but just zoom out and take a look at what real volatility is. Back here in 2021, we saw a rip on the XRP price chart caused by literally nothing. We literally then saw the XRP price chart crash literally based on nothing. Now take a look at these two big moves and compare it to that move we just saw because of the inflation miss. You can barely even see the inflation miss right here. The thing I want to show you is that when XRP rips, it is going to rip regardless of what's happening in the economy. Right now, we see all these narratives just going along with what's happening in the price chart, but it's really not significant. When XRP gains utility, when XRP gains mass adoption, it is going to rip regardless of what's happening with inflation. We're just waiting for that moment to play out. I also pointed out here that we still are within this massive triangle. I have a feeling that if we break out through the top of this huge resistance we have been under for a while now, we will rip, and we will rip hard. Now, we could fall to the downside. Guys, I don't want to know what would happen if we did fall out of this thing. I'm not expecting that to happen. Either way, though, we are going to be keeping our eyes on this. A ton of exciting stuff coming around the corner. Maybe this will coincide with a settlement. Who knows? Either way, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. It really means so much. And for now, Mickle out.